Guys. Hey guys. Hi Kamado, how are you? Hi Kamado, how are you? Hi Kamado, how are you? Hello guys, कैसे हो? भोसड़ी के बंद खिलाओ.
ओ हेलो रियोसुके कैसे हो? कैसे हो बैल? Clair obscure. Clair obscure. Expedition 33. Clair obscure. Expedition 33. Yep. It's completed. Okay. Wuthering Waves 3.0. I'm coming. बहन बहुत देखती साले कुत्ते कमीने व्हाट क्यों तूने क्या किया oh please change the music please okay yo bro it was boring वो पहला वाला म्यूजिक है ना वो सारा बोरिंग था ये क्या करते यार साइबर पंक ए भोसड़ी वालों ने साइबर पंक बना दिया पर वो बेटर है पहले वाले से बहुत ज्यादा बेहतर है अब Happy Christmas, guys. Happy Christmas. Yep. Happy Christmas. Hi, Gigi. Happy Christmas. What's up? भाई व्यूज नहीं क्यों नहीं आते बस? अरे भाई क्या भाई, ये क्या हो रहा है? बहुत टाइम है ये अपडेट के लिए। मैं भूल गया था अपडेट करने के लिए। सभी स्ट्रीमर्स वगैरह सब अपडेट कर दिया। मैं ही बाकी। क्या यार। Bye. Wuthering Waves is now Wuthering Waves. Yo, bro. हम एशिया सर्वर वाले हैं। एशिया सर्वर। तुम्हारा वाला साउथ ईस्ट एशिया नहीं। मैं एक्सीडेंटली सी सर्वर चुनना बोल दिया, इसलिए हम एशिया पर ही रह गया। इसमें लेवल 7 भी हो गया। अच्छा अकाउंट भी हो गया। तो क्या करें, काफी ज्यादा लक है। ओके। नेक्स्ट टॉप लहाई रॉय। Main quest chapter is now available. New players can now experience this chapter yearly. Okay. तो पुराना वाला आपको से डायरेक्ट यहाँ पर जंप कर सकते हैं, है ना? ये लाइना इसलिए ये क्या है? पर्सोना सोनिक। ओ, पर्सोना कोलैबोरेशन ब्रो। व्हाट द सोनिक भी है? What the fuck? क्या है? मोटर बाइक्स to decorate the expedition motorways for a time. Oh, oh, हमको एक मोटर बाइक मिलेगा, है ना? भाई सभी है। भाई किसको फोड़ करूँ? लीना को या लैना को या कचोना को? मेरे पास कार्लोटा है पर कचोना नहीं। सो मेरे कार्लोटा के लिए चुनना चल पाएगा, या फिर मैं न्यू कैरेक्टर लैना को चूज करूँ? भाई कोई नहीं, पता नहीं को। भाई कितने गुड है ये कैरेक्टर। ये क्या है बे? एक सेपरेट वे है ना भैया, क्या है? स्टैंडर्ड वेपन कैन बी सिंध अनोनिमस। वो नया स्टैंडर्ड वाला वेपन आया क्या? ये क्या बे? एक नया लाइनअप भी बना दी यार। ये क्या है? ओ वाली इस टेक्नो। ओह शिट, ये क्या कर दिया इन्होंने? अरे बाप रे। ओह शिट, ओह शिट, क्रिट डैमेज वाला क्लेम। और भाई मेरा यहाँ पे पिट्टी पिट्टी पिट्टी। अरे यार शॉर्ट एनर्जी रीजन वाला है। व्हाट अबाउट दिस वन? अरे यार क्रिट रेट वाला। ओ ब्रो, अरे एनर्जी ब्रो, कैन आई गिव इट टू शॉपकीपर? Will this be good for shopkeeper? You know, भाई काम करता हो, ये जरा करता हो। शायद ये मेरा वो वाला कैरेक्टर है ना, उसमें वहां पे स्विच करूंगा। पहले डिसीजन करना पड़ेगा कि किसको पुल करूँ, कंसोना या कार्लोट का। इसका कॉन्स्टलेशन ले लो क्या? मेरे पास ऑलरेडी एक है, इसको सीटू बना दें। प्रॉब्लम ये है कि 50 है, जीत जीत जाएगा तो अच्छा लगेगा। जीतने का चांसेस बड़ी कम थे। मेरे पे पुल्स आया होगा, आ गया। आई 10 पुल, व्हाट प्रो? ये क्या है? वो चैट की बना दिया। ये रीसेट हो गया क्या? अरे बाप रे। So confused. नो रोल है जी, हमारे पास फुल है, पिटी भी है। अगर 50-50 जा जाए तो कुछ नहीं कर सकता। हाँ, ईसा की कैसे हो? Oh, there is a lot to do. What the? What the? So, any Wuthering Waves experts here to guide me, please? अरे भाई, ओ यो लिवरी के लिए है ना? मैंने सोचा कि ये माइक। ब्रो, ये पूरा इंटरफेस इंटरफेस ही वो लोग चेंज कर दिया है ना। वाओ, क्या गेम है यार, इतना डीप ये लोग इम्प्रूवमेंट करता है कि भाई ओजी डेवलपर्स यार, ओजी डेवलपर्स। बैक टू सोलारिस। ओ ये इनविटेशन वाला होगा। क्या मेरे पास सेपरेट अकाउंट नहीं है, डिफरेंट सर्वर्स पे, तो इसलिए कर नहीं सकता। तो
Back off.
Hello.
A fresh delicacy.
The voice would be crystal clear because our legendary headset is here.
The flames roar. Fight fire with fire.
Let strength speak.
Explode.
To hell with you.
और ये अनलिमिटेड है क्या? भाई इसको मुझे बिल्ड करना बाकी है, बाद में करेंगे। अभी मुझे एक गाइड को चाहिए, तो इसलिए चलो एक गाइड को ढूंढते हैं डिस्कॉर्ड पे, शायद कोई होगा।
Yet their weight still clings to our hands in the storms are tides of blood and sand.
A fresh delicacy.
Back off.
Nimua experts. Yep. Spin. Don't know.
Ever armed, ever burning. Ever armed, ever burning.
A fresh delicacy.
Back off.
A fresh delicacy.
Can you just comment on the comment?
Back off. Ever armed, ever burning.
അയ്യോ സാധനമാണ്. अरे कोई नहीं है क्या, मुझे हेल्प करो ना प्लीज.
Live to hunt. Ever armed, ever burning.
A fresh delicacy.
Back off.
Ha ha ha.
A fresh delicacy.
Back off.
മില്ലേ എന്നെ
Ever
ആരെങ്കിലും
armed,
സഹായിക്കണേ
ever burning.
प्लीज कोई मुझे बचाओ मुझे पता नहीं
Yet there
किसको
were
अपोल करो
still
प्लीज
clings to our hands in the storms are tides of blood and sand. Your soul stitches our land. So I'm standing here with
A fresh delicacy.
Back off.
May I be a blazing torch, your light to guide you back to God, your eternal fire.
Ever armed, ever burning.
Every moment was a shadow, yet their weight still clings to our hands. In the storms are tides of blood and sand. Your soul stitches
A fresh delicacy.
Back off.
standing here with breath below. I'm not to mourn, but to sing your song. May I be your blazing torch, your light to guide you back to God, your eternal fire.
A fresh delicacy.
Back off.
Every mote of dust has settled, yet their weight still clings to our hands in the storms
A fresh delicacy.
Back off.
stitches our land. So I'm standing here with the brave below. I'm not to mourn, but to sing your song. May I be a blazing torch, your light to guide you back to God, your eternal
A
fire.
fresh delicacy.
Back off.
ഈ എക്സിറ്റ് അടിച്ചാൽ ശിവ പോകാനുള്ള പരിപാടി സെറ്റിങ്സ് യെസ് Not a single one, bro. There is nobody. Not a single one.
Live to hunt.
Welcome to my channel, I Win to Lose Game.
When you have the perfect response in your head, but your fingers just can't keep up. We've all been there. Typing, deleting.
Hello and welcome to my channel, I Win to Lose Gaming. Wuthering Waves is dropping an incredible update with version 3.0, and with it, we have the newest 5-star resonator, Lene. In today's ultimate guide video, you'll learn everything you need to know about Lene.
Tie a bow and call that my signature.
Phew, version 3.0 is bringing a lot of fancy new toys, and Lene pretty much uses all of them. She's got rollerblades to zip around the overworld, she's got the fancy retro Echo terminal, and she's got disposable motorcycles to throw at her enemies. Lene is a very powerful character who provides massive buffs and enhances the new mechanic Toon Break. Quick note, this video was filmed on the media server and things may be subject to change upon the official release. Please check the comments below to see if anything changed. We'll go through her kit, the new Toon Break mechanic, rotations, echoes and stats, weapons, sequences, teams, showcases, and finally my opinion on Lene.
Tie a bow and call that my signature.
Okay, look, with the new mechanic Toon Break comes an even more convoluted and headache-inducing kit to read through. Fortunately, I volunteered for the self-inflicted migraines to go through her encyclopedia of a kit, so you don't have to. There's no skating around the issue here, all the new stuff is quite complicated, and I'll do my best to provide a basic breakdown. But despite everything seeming super complicated, fortunately, Lene is very easy to use. Lene herself has 3 forte bars. She starts off with the bottom yellow forte bar called Overflow. Then she can consume her Overflow to go into speedometer forte called Lumiflow. And she can consume her speedometer Lumiflow to generate up to 3 bars of the true color forte. Lene's goal in combat is to go through her forte bars, going from yellow forte to the speed limit forte to 3 color bar forte. Lene starts off in her basic yellow forte mode, where she's on her 2 feet and not on her rollerblades. Simply performing basics, heavies, and her resonance skill will generate yellow forte. However, the best way by far for her to generate her yellow forte is through her intro skill, which generates 100 out of her 120 yellow forte. So yeah, all you have to do to fill up the yellow forte bar is to perform intro skill plus resonance skill. Now that Lene has filled up her yellow forte bar, she gains access to an enhanced heavy attack, which the longer you hold it, the more she'll be wanted by campus police as it'll fill up her speedometer forte, and she'll enter rollerblade mode. By simply holding the heavy attack for its maximum duration, she'll fill up her speedometer forte to the maximum 120. Holding her heavy attack appears to be the fastest way to fill up her speedometer, but you do have the option to release it earlier, which is useful for dodging enemy attacks. Interestingly, if she stands still, she'll lose speedometer forte, and if she moves around or attacks, she'll generate speedometer forte. Anyway, once she's in rollerblade mode, her basics, heavies, and aerials are all enhanced. But in combat, her most useful speedometer attack is her jump attack. Her jump attack, aka Polychrome Leap, consumes 40 speedometer, and each jump attack generates 1 color bar forte, and she can perform this jump attack 3 times in a row if she has her maxed out 120 speedometer. Now that her 3 color bars are full, she has access to visual impact, where in midair, just use a basic attack to consume the 3 colored bars to perform visual impact. Very importantly, visual impact has a 25-second cooldown, provides the team with 40 points of breakpoint boost, and most importantly, it looks cool. Up next, we have a Resident Liberation. Lene's liberation consists of 2 parts, with the first part where she mercilessly vandalizes her opponents with spray paint, and the optional second follow-up part where you can press the basic attack button for her to yeet her motorcycle at the enemy. Endless supply of spray paint and motorcycles aside, the most important aspect of her liberation is that it provides the entire team a 24% all damage boost for 30 seconds. Okay, I hope you're feeling loony because we've got the tunes to talk about. Specifically, the tune break mechanic. And no, it's not the dreaded commercial breaks during your childhood interrupting your favorite cartoons, it's an all-new mechanic in Wuthering Waves. Now, a disclaimer here, the information here is still being researched and I don't have all the details completely fleshed out yet, so if there are any inaccuracies, please check the comments down below. Thanks to version 3.0, you can now fill up the enemy's off-tune circle. Any character can fill up this off-tune circle. Once it's full, assuming the enemy isn't in an interruptible state, the enemy's HP bar will look interesting, as you'll also get the prompt on screen to press the F key or whatever key it might be on your console. Any character can perform a tune break, which deals some damage and interrupts the enemy. Normal enemies are automatically tune breaks when you fill up their off-tune circle. Elite enemies take a small amount of damage from tune break, and boss-type enemies take much more damage from tune break. Sometimes enemies will be in an untune breakable state, as indicated by this icon here, so you'll need to wait until they're vulnerable to a tune break to tune break them. Tune break damage also scales off of the 40 breakpoint boost that Lene provides through her visual impact. As we can see, Yuno did quite a bit more damage with the plus 40 breakpoint boost from Lene's visual impact. And with this basic knowledge of tune break under our rollerblades, we can skate on back to Lene's kit. Lene is a tune break centric character. Inside of her talent page, you can actually toggle between tune rupture mode and tune strain mode for Lene. Needless to say, you can only toggle this outside of combat.
While Lene is in Rupture mode, when she has her rollerblades on, her attacks inflict the Rupture debuff as indicated by this icon. This debuff is quite simple because when you Tune Break an enemy with the Rupture debuff on them, they'll take an extra instance of Tune Break Rupture damage. Regular Tune Break damage is indicated by the white damage number, while Lene's Tune Break Rupture damage is indicated by the yellow damage number. Meanwhile, while Lene is set in Tune Strain mode, she'll inflict the Tune Strain debuff against the target. Certain characters can interact with Tune Strain, but at the moment I believe only Lene has anything in her kit that interacts with Tune Strain. Basically, with Tune Strain she'll do more damage against an enemy affected by Tune Strain, but I expect future characters to also interact with the Tune Strain mechanic. A couple of the new standard 5-star weapons, specifically the sword and the broad blade, also interact with Tune Strain as well, which is worth noting, hence why, well, I noted it here. So, yeah, that was a lot of stuff. Fortunately, actually using Lene isn't nearly as complicated as all this might suggest, which of course we'll get to in the rotation section.
From zero in JavaScript can be harsh. Zero experience, zero done.
In a few more details, Lene's first major passive allows her to apply the Rupture or Strain debuffs for a short time after she swaps off. Lene's second passive provides herself with a 25% spectral damage buff in 9 seconds after she uses her intro. Oh right, and Lene's outro just casually provides 15% all damage amplification and 25% resonance liberation damage amplification for 14 seconds. The incoming character will lose this outro buff if they swap out. Now, that is an incredible 40% resonance liberation damage outro. Finally, Lene's Tune Break Strain also increases the damage taken by the enemies to characters that can specifically interact with the Tune Break Strain. As of Lene's release, I believe this only applies to Lene herself, and I'm certain more characters in the future will benefit from this. So to summarize, Lene provides the following buffs. She enables Rupture and Strain Tune Break mechanics. She provides a 40 break points boost buff for the team, and for characters that can take advantage of the Strain Tune Break effect, she'll provide some damage against that enemy. Again, at the moment it's just for Lene, but probably more characters in the near future. She provides 15% deep into the next character through her outro, and 25% liberation deep into the next character through her outro as well. She provides 30% attack to the next character thanks to the Echo set, and 10% all attribute damage to the next character thanks to the Echo. And she provides 24% bonus damage to the team through her liberation, and another 24% all attribute damage to the team through her signature weapon. Yeah, that is an insane amount of stuff. And frankly, her buffs are the most tune-broken, over-tuned in the entire game, in my humble opinion. Now, I also briefly wanted to talk about her explosion. So, yeah, she's frankly amazing. She's frankly amazing in combat and for exploration as well. For Lene's talent priority, you should level the following. Next, we have Lene's rotation. First, before going into combat, choose which mode you want her to be in. As of her release, I generally recommend Rupture mode, so she'll deal a decent amount of additional Tune Break damage. However, in the future, with characters that can take advantage of Strain, don't forget to switch her over to Strain. Now, I know all this stuff from earlier with Tune Break and a very long kit is a bit overwhelming, but fortunately, Lene's rotation, once you practice it a couple times, is quite smooth to execute. Start off with her intro, and I recommend letting most of the intro hits connect before using her liberation. At least I personally found that to be more reliable for the concerto. Next, you can optionally use the second part of her liberation, you don't have to use it, but you can, by pressing the basic attack button to yeet her motorcycle at the enemy. Then use her skill plus Echo, and the skill will fill up the last little bit of her yellow forte bar, allowing you to hold her basic. Hold her basic for the maximum duration to fill up to 120 speedometer forte. Now you can jump attack 3 times, which gives you access to her mid-air forte basic visual impact, where you can then outro her off the field. As for a full team rotation, our team on Lene's release will be Chikona, Lene, and Yuno. Needless to say, Lene is fantastic with other Liberation DPS characters thanks to her 40% Liberation Deepen, and frankly she's still fantastic for almost any DPS character. But we'll get into more team comps later in the video, and on the screen you can have the the very least, start off with a Chikona plus Yuno rotation if you have them. Another one of Linnea's best teams on her release is with Yuno and Augusta, and since Linnea is going first in this rotation, for her first rotation, she won't have an intro skill. Fortunately, Linnea can simply replace her intro skill with two basics 1 through 3 streams, and the rest of her rotation is still the same. As we can see, Linnea also has the flexibility to be played at different parts of the rotation cycle. As for the full team rotation with Augusta and Yuno and Linnea, it'll look something like this. One benefit of using Linnea here is that she provides Yuno with a massive 40% liberation damage outro, while also providing Augusta with a decent amount of full party buffs. Augusta, of course, benefits from Yuno's buffs as well.
And call my signature.
Up next, we have Linnea's Echoes, and stats. Let's start with her stats, and you guessed it. Up next, we have Linnea's weapon, and to breaking news, her signature weapon, the Spectrum Blaster, is her best weapon, and it even comes with cute emojis. This weapon basically just provides 24% all attribute damage to the team when used by Linnea, so yeah, it's a good weapon. But surprisingly, the Static Mist is also a fantastic choice for Linnea, as when she outros, she'll provide the incoming Resonator a 10% attack buff, making the Static Mist her second best option. And in this specific set of calculations, where she is supporting Yuno as the main DPS, Static Mist is at roughly 93.7% of her signature pistol's performance for her team's DPS, which is actually pretty fantastic. After that, you can just use whatever pistols increase her damage by a bit, like for example the Basic Homogenizer, which is the new 5-star standard pistol, or the other pistols. But honestly, besides the Spectrum Blaster, none of the other pistols are worth pulling for her, as we're talking a team DPS range of 90.5% to 92.7%. So yeah, just slap on whatever pistols can help her do a bit more damage if you don't have her signature pistols or the Static Mist.
And call my signature.
Up next, for those of you who bought NVIDIA stock back when they were actually a we made it to Linnea's team. Linnea specializes on Tomb Break-focused teams and with Liberation damage-focused DPS characters. One of the better characters she can provide that massive 40% Liberation damage buff outro to is Yuno, and Yuno is perfect for, well, passing on that buff to Augusta. So a very strong team for Linnea on her release is with Yuno and Augusta, as Augusta also benefits from the many full team buffs that Linnea provides. Needless to say, you can also replace Augusta with other heavy attack damage DPS characters like Jian as well. Of course, you can also use main DPS Yuno if you'd like with Chikona. Other Liberation damage characters like Xiangli Yao, Pao Karo also work well with Linnea. Needless to say, Linnea is also just very solid as a general buffer, and she can even buff characters like Carlotta. Carlotta, of course, will miss out on the Liberation deepened parts of the outro buff, but the rest of the many buffs that Linnea provides will still apply to Carlotta. You can even use her with Philova because why the heck not?
And call my signature.
You guys know the drill now. It is time for a quick showcase of Linnea. But up next, we have Linnea, Yuno, and Augusta. So in this case, we have Linnea being the opener character, so we have to spam a couple basic attack strings in order to get that, 100 forte points that her intro normally would have provided. So in this case, of course, those basic attack strings, two of them to be precise, provide enough there. And yeah, so as you can see, now we're going to go into Yuno's sub DPS rotation, and gotta be honest, I feel like it's been a hot minute since I've used Augusta. So here we go. I think I'm doing most of the rotation fairly correctly, so maybe I don't get interrupted and skill issues, etc., etc. But yeah, this team feels pretty good, all things considered. And Linnea provides that massive liberation damage bonus to Yuno, and then also she provides a lot of all team buffs as well, like for the whole team. So that way Augusta can also also benefit from a significant portion of the buffs that Lene provides, which is absolutely fantastic, and that's one of the reasons why Lene is quite a strong character. Honestly, pretty universal, all things considered, as a very, very strong buffing character. So yeah, as we can see, these chambers that definitely kind of favor these elements a bit, although this chamber does not resist lightning damage, which obviously Augusta does lightning damage, so yeah, that is worth noting. And yet this team still did quite well, even without super strong favoritism towards lightning damage. Anyway, up next, and for this one, she'll be supporting main DPS in this specific chamber. So oftentimes,
or whatever,
plus
the weapon. If you're free to play, this might drain you completely. Now let's look at Phase 2. If Phase 1 is about raw power, Phase 2 is about dominance. Augusta is the Electro Titan. She doesn't rely on complex stacks. She relies on heavy attacks. She has massive AoE. She clears waves instantly. But her secret weapon, the time stop, when she enters her secondary state, she literally stops the timer in the Tower of Adversity. Think about that. The hardest content in the game is timed. Augusta pauses that difficulty. Zero interruption, zero stress. You get free damage while the enemy can't move. And her partner, Yuno is not just an electro support. She's a heavy attack specialist. Her outro skill provides a massive 50% heavy attack damage buff. Since Augusta's damage profile is almost entirely heavy attacks, this duo is unstoppable. It's cheap. Augusta doesn't have weird scaling, she just wants attack and crit. She works perfectly with standard 5-star weapons. You don't need her signature to clear content. And do you know, she works with any heavy attack unit. Jian, Kalkuro, the new 3.0 units. She's future-proof. Now we have to talk about the elephant in the room, the new characters. Lene in Phase 1, Morny in Phase 2. We know Lene is a Spectro pistol user with stance changes. We know Morny is a fusion burst powerhouse. Usually, I tell people to prioritize new characters over reruns, but version 3.0 is different, because Hero has paired the reruns so perfectly. A new player might actually get more value pulling the rerun duo than a single new unit. Think about it. Would you rather have one Lene without a proper team, or a fully built Carthesia plus Siacona engine that clears tower immediately? You have to look at your account state. Do you need a solo carry, or do you need a full team? Version 3.0 gives you the option to choose. So, if you're thinking about pulling Belova right now in 2.8, don't. She's great, but she cannot compete with the value of a full meta duo. Choose Phase 1 if you have the budget for weapons and want the highest damage ceiling. Choose Phase 2 if you're free to play and want the comfort of time stop mechanics. Version 3.0 is a gift. Do not waste it. I want to know your plan. Are you Team Arrow or Team Electro?
सामने एक नया सुपरमार्केट खुलने वाला है। क्या करें कि मेरे पुराने ग्राहक भी रहें और मुझे नए ग्राहक भी मिल जाएं।
Wuthering Waves version 3.0 is finally on the horizon, and it's bringing a massive shift to the meta. Leading the charge is Lene, the first character of this new era. She isn't just a flashy Spectro resonator. She's introducing entirely new combat mechanics that will change how we build teams going forward. Lene is a 5-star spectral character wielding pistols, but her kit is a hybrid. She functions as a high mobility sub DPS who can transition into a powerful buffer for your team. In this video, we are going to do a deep dive into her kit, explain the confusing new toon system, and break down her best builds and teams. Let's break down how she actually plays. Lene's
Oh my! Holy shit! I'm coming to mic. This is so cool. कौन काटेगा चलाने का? बैठ जाओ. अबे गाड़ी पकड़ी भाई यार. Holy shit! Yo! Oh my god! Ooh. What the fuck? Too much on it? Oh, a chest? Oh भाई पूरा एरिया स्कैन कर दिया. Let's go. Got the chest? Or what? Oh my god! Oh, wait, कहाँ जाना? देखा. ये बाइक सबको मिली है और भी तो क्या? बाइक तो फ्री है भाई. Chest to be claimed. That is so guys. Can anyone help me? Been so long to see my account and say what to do, whom to pull, etc. Please. Look at your account like what I do account review. No, I'm not doing an account review right now. But yeah. But if you want, so you can give me your character. बताने मुझे यहाँ जाना होगा चार. पानी में चला नहीं सकते तो पहले हमको ऊपर जाना पड़ेगा. लीने का वेपन वर्थ इट है उससे. अरे इस काइंड का वेपन यूज कर सकते हैं. बहुत अच्छा है. Oh, गाना वाइज कंटिन्यू होता है. Good. First statue unlock करो. Statue 7 bro said. Bro, you are getting cancer lean. Watch out. पहुंच रहे हैं. What the heck? पता है ये बाइक इस तरह से डिजाइन की इन लोगों ने कि ताकि लॉली कैरेक्टर्स को अगर यूज कर रहे हो, ठीक है, तो उनके पैर पहुंचे जमीन तक. लाइक पैडल लाइक. टाइम ऑफ द निंगो. या
Just enter your domain, click scan, and get a personalized UX to-do list in minutes, with your top changes identified instantly, so you can fix what matters most. Every task is backed by Daymard's 150,000 plus hours of UX research. Get clear guidance, real examples, and the reasoning behind every recommendation. Take off tasks, rescan anytime, and watch your site's customer experience improve. Try UX Ray 2. I heard something.
Wait. Holy shit. Oh my god. Oh my god, I fucking done. Oh my god, what happened here? I saw you. Oh my god, saw this video चलाना भाई. ले भाई ऐसा नहीं ले भाई. इंस्टेंट इतना तेज क्या परसोना वाला. Oh, परसोना वाले के सारे म्यूजिक कॉपीराइट करते हैं. ठीक है. What is this cube about? Smart cube. What is this? ये अच्छा क्या हम लोग बाइक से गिरते नहीं हैं. नहीं दिक्कत होती. It's a garden puzzle. Yeah, I think I'm good. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. पहले वो स्टैचू अनलॉक करना है. Neo Tide on our torch. Finest road mix. Summer's end. वो आकर किसी गाने का मेरे को नाम भी नहीं याद है. You know का गाना लगा. You know का गाना कौन सा भाई है. अपने को ना पता. नाम बताओ. एक सजेशन पूछो. I'll send you the ID. Have pity and some polls. Can make a decision poll. भेज दो ID पास. भेज दो ID पास. चढ़ा देना गाड़ी. Oh my god, ये स्टक हो गई भाई. इसीलिए पता है जंप वाला फीचर इसीलिए दे रखा है. अच्छा है. एटलीस्ट कहीं पे टरेन. इन लोगों को पता था कि टरेन में लाइक उस टरेन को डिजाइन नहीं कर पाएंगे कि बाइक हर टरेन से प्रॉपर्ली निकल जाए. तो इन्होंने जंप का फीचर ही डाल दिया बाइक में. So you can just go over it. अच्छा तो जो नाइट्रो बेसिकली. Oh my god. There's no moonlight in this night. क्या कार्ते के लिए शिकोना या लेने करो for new meta. Get a शिकोना for a कार्ते and लेने new meta नहीं है. Morne is like first priority for the new meta. I think. Oh, इतना पानी है पूरा एरिया में. Interesting. फ्लावर्स लेने के लिए मुझे इधर जाना पड़ेगा. तो प्रोबेबली इधर चलते हैं. Basically. There's no moonlight. ट्यूब में भी बाइट थी ना या ये सब जो फीचर देख रहे हो ये सब pretty much ट्यूब में ऑलरेडी हो चुके हैं बस ये है कि वो गेम इतना फेमस नहीं है so to the moonlight अरे यार I can search नहीं है क्या what search नहीं है really और यार कुछ भी चला दो मतलब हाँ समडाउन प्लेलिस्ट शक्तिमान तो यही है ना भाई गाड़ी चला रहा हूँ मैं यहाँ कैरेक्टर बिल्ड करना है टाइम पास कर रहा है तुम लोग
I heard something.
Well, Google account no problem. Yes, it will be a problem. You should not send me your Google account, bro, because it will log into my Google browser. Google account mostly browser में login होता है भाई. जो. If you didn't know, there you go, bro. तो साला रास्ता किनारे पे दीवारें क्यों है यहाँ पर? अरे किधर से घुमा के निकालू भाई रास्ता दिखाओ भयंकर Holy shit is this place oh my god उछाल भाई निकाल wow Facebook no send your पूरा ID login ID pass bro करूँगा वो सही लग रहा बस कैजुअली खेलने के लिए यार go for it अबे क्या अटक गया 10 का बंदा है लाइट क्या कर रही है यार ऑब्स्टेकल साइड उड़ के तो तुरंत सभी इन टेरेन्स के ऊपर से निकल जाता पता है
हाँ ഓ അങ്ങനായിരിക്കും. ഏതൊരു മുത്ത.
Oh ये भी तो है, ये कर लेता हूँ एक बार दोबारा। I think fusion okay.